Yeah, so I'm here back again. So I never wanted to make that video so long, like 15-minute video. No one is gonna see. So I'm just here to tell you that after we made all our donations, the Lars of Sant Antonio to Caritas, I went to talk to the newspapers, you know, just to get like the information about Gymnopedia out to a lot more viewers. And after talking to newspapers, I talked to them on December the 28th, 2021. And I went for the very first time to Spain, like first time leaving the country in 3 years. When I came back, it was, when I came back, I looked in my email and I saw a message and I saw this is the article for Gymnopedia, and I'm like, wow, is this really possible? Like, I know, I put it December 28th, I put in the story, and by January, I think January 3rd, yes, January the 3rd, we already had an article out about Operation Secret Santa. So you can take a look at the article. So with this article out, I felt extremely excited. I wanted to send it to the group immediately, but I needed to take like some time to think about like what is this? Our first article published in the journal Diario de Viseu. Journal Diario de Viseu gave us our first real article, our first real exposure to say Operation Secret Santa is doing a lot in the community. I was extremely excited. It wasn't like the front page. It was the page 5 on the journal. But for me, it was extremely exciting. I'm Jamaican. You have to think about it. The level of mentality that I've stayed with in that moment, I'm like, I live from somewhere so far across the world, came to Portugal, thousands of miles, and I am making a name in an article. It was something that it blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind. When I sent it to the Facebook group, when I sent it to my to the Operation Secret Santa page, even now, even until today, the present day, that article is still blowing up because a lot of persons start thinking, damn, this this operation is really worth something to see, because we started just in November, just in November, and by the end of the year, the beginning of the year to be exact, January the 3rd, 2022, we already had our first article written a newspaper, and not just a newspaper, Journal Diario de Viseu. So for me, when that happened, it was like, yes, you're doing something. Something good is gonna come out of Gymnopedia, because the charity took a lot of time, because we had to talk to a lot of persons, we had to organize with the institutions, we had to organize the transportation, and someday I'm working also. I'm working throughout all of this time. I'm working. So working 8-9 hours a day and coming back, taking the care of the things of Gymnopedia, exercising, sending the photos and videos to Gymnopedia, keeping persons motivated, dealing with the charity, dealing with the other things that I promised. And everything felt like very hectic whenever that article was published. it changed everything. I started thinking, man, if nothing else happens in Gymnopedia, we made a newspaper. We made a newspaper, not me only. We made a newspaper, Gymnopedia. So for me, that part alone, it absolutely blew my mind. So in the next videos, I will be talking a little bit more about Operation Secret Santa. Yes, but the next videos, I'm going to be talking about the other things that Gymnopedia will be doing. I'm going to give you like a good brief of information about what Gymnopedia is heading to. Because us making the newspaper has changed everything. It made us what we are today. It made us not only just a group in Facebook, it made us an actual organization that has been recognized by the biggest newspaper in our community, Viseo. Viseo, amazing city, the biggest newspaper. Journal Diario de Viseo. They recognized us as an institution trying to help the community, putting in the work. Because I sent a lot of things to her, but the person who wrote the article, she was really a lot fast. That was a lot fast, man. That's like Jamaican speed, man. I was expecting it so fast. But for me, getting that opportunity to be in the newspaper was every single thing, even more than I expected. So stick around, guys. I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot to tell you about Gymnopedia. In the next video, I'm going to tell you about the other operations we have been doing. So stick around until next time. Love you. Until next time. Gymnopedia.